Now, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, or FSSAI, has issued notices to 4 food brands over allegedly misleading sugar-related claims on their products. The regulator is examining whether such terms as no added sugar, naturally sweetened and similar health-focused labels could mislead the consumers into believing that products are healthier than they actually are, despite containing sweeteners like dates, jaggery, honey or coconut sugar. The move is part of a wider push for transparency and accurate food labeling. And that's exactly where NewsX's Food Fighters campaign comes in. Food Fighters is a NewsX consumer awareness campaign dedicated to exposing misleading practices in the food industry, from deceptive packaging and questionable health claims to hidden ingredients and labeling loopholes. The campaign aims to hold food brands accountable and empower consumers with the truth about what they are eating. The objective is simple: expose the bad, demand transparency, and protect consumers from being misled by food marketing. Food Fighters, because that's what's on the packet, should actually match what's inside. Let's begin this episode by taking a look at some of the examples of these complaints that have been highlighted on social media by netizens, because that's where the first stick comes out from. The netizens point out what they are facing on the ground. So let's look at this first post. We are playing out those videos for you that also are there for your perusal, but you can look at what they have stated. They stated that I asked an Andhra chicken rice ball, and look at the standard of the rice. So he's showing you how that rice grain is all clumped together, it's not cooked properly. He is given that he has put out this complaint order as well at the branch in Hyderabad, at the KFC branch in Hyderabad, and he's also in fact tagged FSSAI to in fact make sure that they check what kind of standard of quality of food they are actually giving out. Let's look at another example. We have someone saying that they have been forced to eat rotting blackish chicken and served raw. So he has in fact posted a picture of it. You can see over there the condition of the chicken. It's black. He said that it was rotting and it was also uncooked. Again, he has mentioned that it was at KFC Satara Highway. So another example where we are seeing the KFC outlet not maintaining the standard of food that is required. Let's also look at another example, this time packed noodles, those cup noodles that everybody has, and he's stating that they are in fact maggots inside this entire packet, and you can see that video as well. He's posted on social media and he said that this is a brand new packet of top ramen instant noodles and there are maggots crawling inside. And this is, he's also mentioned that this happens when raw ingredients from the facility, there are raw ingredients there, the eggs survive the processing stages and then they hatch inside these stores, and that's what he's pointing it out. It's a new in fact packet and still maggots present inside. Another video now, worms and maggots in Maggi, something that all of us in fact binge on when we want, and this is a video proof showing how the netizen actually found worms inside this Maggi packet of Nestle. Let's look at another example where we have gotten some rotten protein shake from Flipkart Minutes. So this is another brand that the netizens have highlighted, Flipkart Minutes. They've ordered a protein shake and they're saying that it's rotten. They are not up to the food standards, and they are also saying that they have refused to refund or even acknowledge the issue. So this is another concern of the consumers, that these concerns or complaints, when highlighted, they are not taken heed of. Let's look at another example of netizen complaining that Flipkart Minutes is either sending in spoiled or smelly products, or because the middleman, the material was a scammer or Flipkart itself. So they've mentioned that the products that they buy from Flipkart Minutes is not up to the mark. This is what he's stating. Let's look at another example from KFC. Again, that picture shows you what the reality is. The rotting chicken over there served to the people to consume, and they are just saying that I hope I don't get food poisoning after eating that, because only when you bite into it will you be revealed of such rotten kind of food that is in fact coming to the fore. Let's look at another example from KFC, where this netizen has in fact pointed out that the quality of your food and preparation has gone below 0 to even be rated on a scale. And they have highlighted it's at the Noida Sector 18 outlet, which has poor hygiene and untrained staff as well. So another concern, poor hygiene at these various outlets that are running and staff being untrained. Another example of uncooked chicken from KFC India. This has been highlighted by a netizen. They are saying that this is a serious food safety issue and not a small in fact mistake, and they have also posted a picture over there. So clearly these netizens are backing it up with proof. Let's look at another KFC example via Swiggy. This was ordered in Bengaluru, where they served undercooked and raw chicken, and they have not in fact gotten the refund as well. So this is something that is being portrayed on social media by netizens who are going through this ordeal. Let's also go across to my colleagues who are joining us from across the country, and they will give you a picture. They'll speak to the people over there. They'll speak to the staff if possible as to how they are trained, how they maintain the hygiene in that area. So we have Aditya Vadavan from Delhi. We have Shweta Verma joining us from Mumbai, and we have Belly Thomas joining us from Bengaluru. So let's start off with the national capital. Let's start off with Aditya. Aditya, we are obviously facing increasing concerns of food safety, food being served which is raw, which is uncooked, which is not edible, and you're outside an outlet. Take us through and talk to the people there. What are the issues that they face on a daily basis?
Well, absolutely, Ashivani. Right now, we are just standing outside the outlet of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is, one of the most biggest food outlet, American food outlet that has several branches across India and also across world. And now, today we are seeing how the Food Safety Standard Authority of India has issued notices to FSSAI regarding the hygienic conditions. So clearly, because KFC, if we talk about KFC, Shivani, it is one of the most popular food outlet amongst people when it comes to eating chicken and other non-vegetarian food. And so definitely there are some people who have come to eat here at this very KFC outlet, and we will speak to them. Ma'am, thank you so much for talking to NewsX. I would like to know your name, and since today, as we mentioned that notice has been served to KFC by the FSSAI, how do you think that adequate hygiene measures are followed by the restaurants while serving the food, particularly when we talk about non-vegetarian food?
First of all, hi, I am Neetu, and it should be hygienic because customer trusts the food brand. Like, we trust, as a customer, we trust that the food brand gives us a fresh chicken, fresh food, and in any labs, then we have a hygienic risk. हमारे पास से हमारा health का issue हो जाएगा, right? And we are consumer. We have the responsibility. We check first of all what they are providing us, right? Because to be honest with you, मेरा बेटा है वो KFC का chicken खाता है, and being a mother, I am very
all right.
मुझे तो responsibility बनकर मेरे लिए बढ़ गई है कि should I go with my son or not.
All
So
right, Aditya,
this is
we'll
my
come back to you.
preference.
Let me, in fact, also rope in my colleague Shweta, who's joining us from Mumbai. Shweta, what's the situation like in Mumbai? Obviously, we are hearing complaints from everyone, but hygiene standards are also not being maintained at these outlets.
Well, that's absolutely right, Shivani. In fact, currently we are present outside one of the KFC outlet in South Mumbai. However, you can see these empty seatings, and as we are reporting this, we also went through the reviews, which aren't also very great. But this entire thing started by the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India serving a show cause notice to the fast food chain KFC, and the reasons are bad enough to understand that why customers are now avoiding KFC. To begin with, as we speak, the FSSAI has, as I said, they have served the show cause notice for number one, unhygienic food storage, poor solid management, and now as we see, even this place seems to be empty. In fact, we tried speaking to some of the people here, but they did not comment on it. But exactly as we move further, Sanjay, let's go ahead and show them that this is not the place where exactly things were being followed. The protocol of food safety were being followed, and hence FSSAI has served a legal show cause notice to the KFC chain.
Shweta, I'll come to you. Let me also go across to Belly, who's joining us from Bengaluru. Belly, I also want to understand what's the situation like where you are standing, because we are getting we highlighted a lot of complaints that came in from Bengaluru online. The netizens were in fact reporting this.
Shivani, right now I'm in front of a KFC outlet here in Bengaluru, but these people have denied us permission to go inside and speak to the customers there, and even the staff are like reluctant of answering the questions because they say that the concerns that are raised on the social media is kind of a variety of causes, which include from hygiene, this pest that is like houseflies and mosquitoes inside the outlet, that could be seasonal, and all those things. They are giving a kind of excuses that happens only during the rainy season, and during summer they didn't have any kind of issues. So when the season changes, there would be differences in storage of food and the logistics. What they are mentioning as that, and they also told that what they would be doing is like routine SOPs that they follow. That the staffs even tell that they are unaware of getting any notices from FSSAI as such, and they are kind of following.
All right, Belly. Unfortunately, I'll have to let all my colleagues go. We are running short of time, but I thank you for getting us those ground updates. Let's go across to the complainants. We've got two complainants on our show today, and they will give us their perspective of as to how they saw that the food was not up to standard, then they reported it, and if any action has been taken. Let's go across to Isha Jaiswal, who's a chartered accountant and a content creator. Let's in fact go to her. Isha, I want to understand how many times have you faced such issues of unhygienic food, uncooked food, food that's not edible when you go outside and eat?
See, the story started that last March, this particular March, I went to a particular KFC store in Powai in Mumbai, and I ordered a grilled chicken. Things were okay, the taste was okay, but the worst part was that the preparation, the serving style, even the trays, the table on which it was served, the way the people were giving the food, and I did raise the issue that things are dirty, please clean this, please replace it. They didn't pay that much heed, that they thought that this wasn't that serious, but yeah, obviously the things became very serious for me. Because when I came back to my hometown in Calcutta, I had to go through different scans, include MRI scans, because I got suspected with jaundice and hepatitis. So for eating around a 500 rupees grilled chicken, I had to spend around 20,000 rupees on doctors, hospitals, and along with that, a month I was unwell. And obviously, I created a video on that because back home I came and I researched how the quality of KFC has degraded so much that people are falling ill. So then I came to know that back in 1970s, when the original owner of KFC, who was Colonel Sanders, when he sold his entire business to different franchisee owners, and he went on rounds to check how's their business going, he commented in front of everyone, in front of the franchisee owners, media, that the food is so unhygienic that even his dogs won't taste that gravy. And that is actually, but that was something which like shook my mind, and I said I will never ever have in KFC, because even okay, the food is dirty, but at least take the heat to replace it, take the heat to clean all those things. Obviously that person wouldn't get affected, but my life was completely upturned in the last 1 month, like jaundice, high fever,
Absolutely. Getting
work,
medical
everything was
conditions because of a food that you wanted to eat outside is absolutely unfathomable. Let's also rope in Mr. Rohit Chaudhary. He has also made a video where he's shown that at a KFC he was eating, there were worms in the food. Mr. Rohit, I want to understand from you as well, how many times have you faced such kinds of incidents, and how has it affected your life?
यस मैडम, मैं लास्ट वेनसडे, शायद थर्ड वेनसडे की बात है, मैं वेनसडे को गया था कुछ केएफसी में कुछ खाने के लिए, ठीक है। तो वहां पे जैसे मैं एंटर किया तो देख रहा हूँ कि वहां का जो सर्विंग टेबल है जहाँ पे सर्व करते हैं, वहां पे इतने सारे फ्लाइंग थर्मेट्स घूम रहे और उड़ रहे हैं, बट वहां के स्टाफ जो है उनको कुछ पड़ी नहीं है, वो लोग वैसे अपना काम कर रहे हैं, और वो देख के इतना बेकार लग रहा था कि खाने का मन नहीं किया। और ऊपर से जो डिलीवरी पार्सल थे ना, जो पैक किए जाते हैं, उनके स्टाफ जो पैक करे, तो उनके स्टाफ के हाथ पे घूम रहे फ्लाइंग टर्मेट्स और खाने पे भी घूम रहे, बट फिर भी उनको कुछ पड़ ही नहीं हो, पैक कर रहे, वो लोग कुछ इस पे एक्शन नहीं ले रहे। इतने अनहाइजीन कंडीशन में भी लोग पैक कर रहे और डिलीवरी पर्सन लेके जा रहे हो पार्सल। तो ये देख के इतना बेकार लग रहा था कि खाने का मन नहीं कर रहा था। और ऊपर से ये हमारे बॉडी के लिए कितना अनहेल्दी हो सकता है, कितना मतलब इसके कितना प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है आदमी को खाने की वजह से, और इससे ये सबके हाथ पे घूम रहे, बट वो लोग कुछ एक्शन नहीं ले रहे इसमें।
ओके,
तो ये सब देख के हमने खाया नहीं। और
जी रोहित जी, आप बने रहे हमारे साथ। ईशा ऑल्सो, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज कंटिन्यू टू स्टे ऑन विद अस. लेट मी ऑल्सो रोप इन a doctor for a perspective into this issue. Dr. Vaishali Verma, who's a nutritionist, is also joining us on this broadcast to put things into perspective. Doctor, obviously these are complaints that are coming in from across the country, and it's not just one. Every day we are seeing such complaints. There are also complaints apart from unhygienic food. The staff is not trained, the outlets are not maintained, the conditions where the food is prepared are unhygienic, and apart from that, if we look at packaged food as well, ma'am, false labeling. We are looking at a lot of loopholes, ingredients are missing, and they try to falsify the data that they are actually providing. How do we go about this now? FSI is taking action, but doctor, I want to understand how dangerous is this when people consume such kind of food?
Yeah, hi. So, yeah, I'm a clinical dietitian and I'm working in the hospital, so I can share the real data to you, because in the IP and OP, we are receiving the same kind of patient with the, in this season, especially with the foodborne illness. And yes, and the rate is increasing day by day even. So as a clinician, we always educate to the human or the person, whoever we are consulting, that we should increase our awareness in terms of how we need to consume. See, if we talk about if I start with the packages food, so packages food we need to observe. We should check about the seal, we should audit about through our sensory things, because if you are, see, anything which is cooked, see, you are discussing a lot about that the KFC food, or if you are discussing about the any restaurant food, and if it is cooked, still there is chances will get I think less complication. Maybe you will face the GI disturbance, diarrhea or acidity, or maybe you will like jaundice or hepatitis things, and it is there is a medicine, it will take time, but you will get cured. But the thing is, when we talk about the packages food, and especially that nuts, especially that dates, even the dates comes under the healthy food. It is consumed by the pregnant woman. Just imagine if any pregnant woman is opening the packet and consuming without checking, and if she is consuming and that is raw, it is not even cooked, because cooking or the high temperature known as it is going to kill the bacteria or any pathogen. But if it is consuming the live pathogen, imagine it is going to like create a messy problem in the pregnant woman. GI, dehydration, this is very little, I will say, or very low complication it is going to create if that pathogen is going out from the intestinal barrier. If it is going to enter in the bloodstream, it can be sepsis, it can be the full body inflammation, anything. So as a clinician, we always educate to person, kindly evaluate anything which is you are ordering online, it is packed. So all the packages food you should put in any utensil, you can keep in sunlight or something. You have to evaluate in any light. And if you are finding there is any clumping or there is a powdery material, then you should discard, or you should check before consuming, because our health we can ensure by taking any in these kind of action only.
Okay.
So
okay. All right, doctor, I'll come to you. In fact, another doctor, Dr. P.S.V. Rao, is joining us on this broadcast. Dr. Rao, I want to understand from your perspective, then in the end, everything falls down to the consumers. We have to check the labels, we have to check the food that we are eating, we have to obviously make the managers aware that the food is being prepared under unhygienic conditions. But doctor, in the end it's our life that we have a complainant here, Isha Jaiswal. She said for the past 1 month she had to be in and out of the hospital trying to make sure that she is well after she had contaminated food, doctor.
Good evening. Yes, what you are saying is quite true. Each one of us is the greatest well-wisher we have. You have to depend on yourself to check what you are eating, what you are consuming, and do remember that some of the best known companies are outsourcing their manufacturing, they are often outsourcing their packaging, and there is no, it is sad that very often they get away with it because no one complains about it, and no action is taken on that complaint. It is high time the food FSSAI really acts on these complaints. You might remember even in the past there was hue and cry when Cadbury chocolates were found with worms in it.
Yeah.
This is all because of outsourcing. Don't think that each company is actually manufacturing everything that is sold in its name. Many times it is just the brand name which is used, the manufacturing is at some other place, and you never know where it is manufactured and where it is packed. It is up to the food service, the food regulators to actually start checking what is happening. We have multiple
Dr. Rao,
manufacturers.
I want to also understand medically on a scale of 1 to 10, if we can put it on a scale, how dangerous is it for us to eat such kind of packaged food or say for example raw chicken that is served at restaurants, unhygienic food that is served over there, sir? If we
It can be extremely dangerous. If you have ever read the articles that I had written earlier to the Sunday Guardian, where I have mentioned how food poisoning can even threaten your life. It all depends on what toxin, what infection, what contamination is there in the food. If there is toxins like mercury, etc., which has been found in especially in seafood, you can be in serious trouble. You can also have various kinds of infection. Some of them are really dangerous. So this is why it is very important that you are very careful at what goes into your mouth. Finally, it is you who has to choose it. And this is why I feel at least in the past, we could be careful, we could be assured that nature wouldn't fool us, and the fruits and vegetables we eat are safe. But then the recent incidents of poisoning where someone had injected red coloration into a watermelon really left me shocked as to what can we depend on.
Absolutely.
If even the fruits and vegetables given by nature are being contaminated intentionally, then you never know. And street food also, you have to be extremely careful as to the state of hygiene and the kind of stuff which is given, because street food is extremely popular. You would have seen millions of people are eating chaat and various other things served, open cut fruits on the street side. You never know what is the contamination there and what is the danger to your health.
Absolutely, doctor. In fact, one last question from both our complainants who've joined us on this show today. Isha and Rohit, you have raised these complaints on social media, you've written to the companies. Has any action been taken by them?
Yes.
No, I don't think any action has been taken. I think I'm glad that FSSAI took this into limelight so that everyone could be aware, as in what they're eating. They should be beware of all those things.
Okay, and Rohit, you were saying yes, some action has been taken on your complaint? रोहित, क्या कोई एक्शन लिया गया है आपके कंप्लेंट पे? All right, we seem to have lost that connection over there, but okay, all right. So no is the answer. No action has been taken despite various people raising such concerns, and we've also gotten to you the doctors who are in fact stating the dangers of having such kind of food. But in the end, it's up to you. You have to make sure that you see what you eat, and we will obviously be bringing you more such episodes to make sure that you eat the right kind of food. I thank you, Isha and Rohit, for joining us, and also Dr. Verma and Dr. Rao for bringing your valuable perspective to this show. With that, viewers, we are wrapping up this bulletin.